You just don't comprehend that anyone could do this.
You look really well for someone who's had terminal cancer multiple times.
I immediately thought, it's not real.
You were terminal 2 years ago. What's happened? Is it a miracle recovery?
If only she could see what damage she's caused to people.
Now, we look at a lot of fakers on TikTok that don't really lead to anything. Maybe it could be an innocent kid just thinking that they can fake a mental illness to maybe get a little bit of clout. But there are some cases where it goes a hell of a lot further than just social media, and it comes back around to the real world, in which we've even covered on this channel as well, where many people have decided to fake cancer. Today's video is a very similar story, but before we get into that, if you guys could please make sure to hit the like button, smash the hell out of the bell button, and in fact leave a comment down below saying worse than a TikTok faker, and I'll pick one of you for a shout out in the next video.
Why are you here tonight?
I'm here because I want Jamie to stop. I think she's hurt enough people.
Christy Leslie accompanied Jamie on one of several bucket list trips to see more of Australia, as she apparently had just weeks to live.
This seems like such a reoccurring theme as well, the whole bucket list. Now let's just state the obvious, okay? If you are going to fake something, baby cancer shouldn't be your best option. I don't know, perhaps considering the fact that what normally follows with having something like terminal cancer is normally death. Apart from these people though, they defy the laws of common sense. They don't actually die, they mysteriously get better from terminal cancer. It doesn't make a whole lot of sense. But within their lies, they say that they want to do their bucket lists. And honestly, it's just a big scam in which they just get other people to pay for the things always wanted to do. It's disgusting to fucking see this and to see that this is still going on and is still happening. They always get found out because, like I stated at the beginning of the video, death is supposed to follow very closely to someone that has terminal cancer.
That was 2 years ago.
I still find it really, really hard to believe that someone could be so deceitful and deceptive of people with such hearts.
Let's also mention the fact on how hard it must be to do something like this in front of someone. You know, you must be an absolute psychopath to not have any kind of human regret or anything like that. The fact that you could lie to another human being face to face about something so serious as having cancer and only having weeks to live, as they pay for your bucket list. But with this woman, it gets pretty bad because she also states that she used to suffer with seizures, and they even caught some of those seizures on camera. Again, this is something that she fabricated and completely made up for attention and sympathy from other people.
Take your watch off? Yeah. Here, I'll take it off for you.
This video captures one of hundreds of seizures Jamie Winder appeared to suffer in front of friends and work colleagues.
It's all right.
Well done, Jamie. That must have been very hard to practice in the mirror so many times to get that right, hey? Like, it's actually unbelievable that you could sit there in front of your so-called friends, right? I mean, they're supposed to be your friends, no? I mean, but why would you do something like this to your friends and just fabricate the whole thing and make this up? Like, watching this, she doesn't actually have seizures, and hell, she doesn't have cancer either, and she's perfectly well and fine. But I don't think we've ever seen someone try and fake this while it's also being captured on video as well. So honestly, for me, I feel like that was a first.
Well, they were pretty intense. I'd never seen anything like that before.
On this occasion, she'd asked a friend to film it after telling them doctors could find nothing wrong with her.
Is it like a cramp? Does it feel like a cramp? You're putting your fingernails right through your skin.
The audacity! She asked them to record it for her. Record this will be great for my TikTok. Think of the sympathy I'm going to get if you record this. Oh, I mean, it's for my doctor. And then the fact that they mention, oh, you're putting your fingernails straight through your skin, Jamie. Are you all right? As then she proceeds to put it even more in her. Like, you could just tell at that point. They said that, and then she really played up to that role.
Leaving like deep, deep red marks all over her arms where she was biting herself because she said the pain was that intense.
Jamie would get annoyed if concerned colleagues tried to call an ambulance.
I wonder why. Like, yeah, I've really bad seizures, really bad. Oh shit, are you okay? Should we call an ambulance? No, ambulance, no ambulance. I'm okay, I'm okay, I'm fine. We can't allow for any professionals to see this. God forbid. Believe me, it's already hard enough trying to scam you guys, let alone the professionals.
She would be very, no, don't call the ambulance. I'm okay.
Helen McClure says Jamie also reported suffering severe bruising to her legs, with this photo circulating as proof. They now believe it's a fake.
It kind of looks like someone rubbed like a plum or something on her leg. I don't know, it all just kind of smell a little bit fishy, and that's not my breath. Like, who would go and just send a picture to their friends and be like, oh no, look, see, it is real. Here, have a picture. You know what I mean? It like seems a bit odd to me. I don't think people that actually go through this really want to even probably bring it up that much, let alone willy-nilly. Sent, oh, hey guys, check the group chat. I just dropped a picture. Look at that gnarly bruise. It took me all day to fake. I mean, I woke up with it and it's just there.
You know, if someone sends you a picture of their bruise, you don't zoom in and you know, analyse it. It's someone's bruised leg.
What's your perception of that photo now when you look at it through a different lens?
Fairly obvious that it is makeup. It's not a bruise.
Other friends received this picture of a stomach wound.
Oh, come on, bro. I've seen literally kids with better Halloween costumes than this. What the f is this? Yeah, it was really bad, actually. I spilled some ketchup on my tummy. But just realistically thinking, like, who would send this in the group chat unless you wanted attention? You know what I mean? Like, who just sends this shit?
Which they also now believe to be fake. Along with the seizures, Jamie sometimes presented with blood residue inside her ears.
Yeah, probably some jam or something, eh? Some people, eh? Like, I always think to myself as well, just imagine if they put all this time and effort into something productive. Like, they'd probably be millionaires at this point. You know, you probably would have started something a hell of a lot more meaningful or more productive than whatever the f this is. Just what a waste of time, eh? Not only for the person doing it, but especially for the people that have to now deal with this. I can only imagine what those conversations were like. She's the type of girl that would be like, I'm down today because my look, I got a big scar. Look, see? Oh, fucking block the number.
All of these medical dramas had started just weeks after Jamie told colleagues of some shocking news from back home in England. Her mother, Jill Winder, had died of cancer, causing her father, Charlie Winder, to take his own life. It would later emerge that both parents were still alive.
Like, some people just can't help themselves, eh? I mean, what the fuck? As an Englishman, we do not take her. Just who the f lies about this? Oh yeah, my mum died of cancer and then my dad took his life, by the way, guys. Oh yeah, I got another scar last night. You want to see? Let me just drop that in the group chat. Look, guys, look, it's really funny if I put the rainbow filter on it, see? Who lies about this type of shit, man? Like, what is she, 7? Scrap that, actually. This 7-year-old's more mature than this adult. Did you not get any attention as a kid? Like, what is wrong with you?
And you just don't ask people when they say that happened. You don't ask them.
Well, yeah, like, it wouldn't spring to my mind if one of my friends told me something like that. First thing that springs to my mind would not be proof. Like, obviously, why would you say that? That'd be equally as weird.
But this wasn't the first time Jamie Winder had falsely reported her mother's death. A year earlier, on the other side of the country, she told friends in Perth her mum had died even more tragically.
I heard from Sarah that Jamie had contacted her and told her that she walked in and found her mum had suicided in her house.
What is wrong with people? Stop! Oh my god, man, that is so weird. How many times can your mum die? Like, what the fuck? There's some real weird people out there, man. I'm just saying. Videos like this really solidify that for me, that we live in a weird time with some weird, wacky people.
Chelsea, Sarah and Jennifer were colleagues and close friends. They had posted this picture from a girls' trip away, dropping Jamie home where she made the alleged discovery.
I guess I was thinking, I wish I would have walked her into her own house, and I wish I would have been with her when she had found her mum, so she wasn't alone when she was in that situation.
She was worried about how she would fund her mum's body to be sent back to England. So us girls were working out a way to raise funds.
The tragedies just kept on coming, also informing colleagues that her ex-boyfriend, Peter Whitworth, had died of a brain aneurysm. Pete is also very much alive.
Pete right now. Wait, did I? Why did no one tell me about this? Also, I'm wondering if my guy has any insight to what it was like to date someone like this. Surely there should be some kind of signs, right? I mean, you don't really know someone until you live with them, I suppose. I couldn't imagine what it would be like to live with someone like that.
Hey, I'm Pete from the UK. A lot of you out there thought that I was dead, but I'm still here, alive and kicking.
Bloody hell, guys. I think I've just seen a ghost. No. That can't be true because Jamie said that you're dead. There's no way that you could still...
He says Jamie Winder had also misled people in the UK about her mum dying.
How many times has her mum died at this point? How many times? And also when she actually does tragically pass, for realsies, no one's gonna believe you. You've said it, like, even if you did it once, that's too many times. Imagine living her life that you've lied too many times about your mum dying that you had to move country because of that. That's wild. I feel like I've been saying that's wild a lot in this video, but it simply just is. There's no other way to explain that.
The first of at least 3 times she's now told that terrible story.
3 times! Now, unless Jamie's mum is a cat and she only has 6 more lives, that's not right.
I can't believe that somebody could continue to lie about something which is so disturbing for so long.
Before Jamie's Perth friends discovered the truth about her parents, the lies she was spinning became even more twisted, telling them she now had cancer.
Oh, I was so worried. I was really stressed. I suppose, maybe a little bit scared because obviously the cancer apparently progressed.
But like, how tragic can you make your life sound before the red flags start showing? You know, like her mum died, then her dad died, and then her ex-boyfriend died, and then it's like, and that, like, was this in like the span of a month? Now she has cancer. Now she only has a few weeks to live, but that was 2 years ago. And she wants to do her bucket list. I mean, you'd be watching this from the outside perspective of like, wow, like, is there actually a God? And if there is, does this God hate this person? Like, how bad is their life? Everything's going wrong. Like for a lot of people, just one of those stories would be, you know, your absolute nightmare, your worst nightmare, like that you could even fathom. But she is getting like something like this done to herself every week at this point. Like every week it just is something new.
Jennifer became Jamie's carer, letting her move in with her as the cancer apparently progressed to stage 4.
I was washing her, feeding her, cleaning her, like, and then she would not be able to breathe at some points, and then other times she was fine, like, but it suited her.
Well, there's a sign. And they're just straight up allowing for your friend to care to you to the point where they have to wash your dirty ass feet. Fucking hell, man. Who's the real victim here, eh?
She'd also spent months dropping Jamie to chemotherapy appointments at a Perth hospital.
But let me guess, didn't want her to come in. I feel like we've heard this story now so many times, whether you want to get dropped off, but don't come in. Don't make a big fuss about it. I mean, it's like the thing with her seizures at the beginning. Don't phone an ambulance. I mean, there are like the warning signs there where it is a bit odd, but at the same time, like, okay, us watching it right now in hindsight, okay, I can judge and be like, how are they not seeing the dot? Well, obviously, I'm saying that because I've been told that she was faking. But like, having this actually happen to you in real life, you would never think about that. Why would you question one of your best friends about all these horrific things? Like, you would be the asshole if you questioned that your mom was hanging from your house. Proof? Like, you know what I mean? You can't say that. And you probably wouldn't even think to say that because, well, who would lie about such horrible things?
She was just standing outside the unit, like anybody could.
Jennifer was the one who picked apart Jamie's web of lies in Perth, getting admissions that her parents, Jill and Charlie Winder, were alive, and a confession that she had arranged a fake letter about her stage 4 cancer.
I actually thought it was like a dream. Like, I was like, how is this even happening? Like, how could somebody actually play it off so well? Like, and how did I believe it?
5 years later, still have nightmares, still question who is who.
5 years that went on for. Like, you would be questioning everything after that point, right? Like, what a horrible thing to do to anyone, let alone, like I said earlier, your friends. Just a disgusting thing to do. Like, these people are going to have trust issues now for the rest of their life, and of course they are. The things in which you don't joke around about or lie about, this person did on a day-to-day basis for 5 years. Like, I'd be questioning my sanity. I would be like, am I real? Like, what the fuck is going on? So I don't blame that they're thinking that way. Now they go on and talk about all the things that they did for her. You know, they took her out for dinners. Even her workplace actually paid for her to get a flight back to the UK, because of course they thought that both her parents had died and all these tragic stories that she'd been telling them. Her friends trying to tick off all the things on the bucket list. There's so many things that this massive group of people did that, by the way, let's just mention, takes away massively from people that actually have cancer and are going through this very real thing. Like, bad things do happen to real people. And now, as a result of this person lying, these people have wasted their money, time, and effort in helping someone that didn't experience any of this and has now taken away from people that actually could have needed this. Say, for example, a kid that has cancer. So, you know, I have no sympathy whatsoever when people lie about this type of stuff, and it is disgusting, which makes it even more sweet for when moments like this happen, where a news reporter goes and confronts her years after saying that she had all of this happen to her out in public. Jamie is out walking her dog, and the news reporter confronts her and says, "Wow, Jamie, you're looking great for having cancer a few years ago. Terminal cancer, that is, by the way. How are you?" We live for these moments.
Hi Jamie, Dan Nolan from A Current Affair. Just had a few questions we wanted to ask you. How's your cancer going at the moment?
What you doing?
Do you still have cancer, or what's happening?
We caught up with the 36-year-old, alive and seemingly well, in Logan, south of Brisbane.
Do you have cancer at the moment or not?
Unwilling to share any details for the many devastated people wanting answers.
You look really well for someone who's had terminal cancer multiple times. People accuse you, say that you're making that up, that you're lying about that.
There's investigation at the moment for people that attacked my house.
Honestly, that puts at least a little bit of a smile on my face to see that. Good. I hope that haunts her for the rest of her life, and I hope that people like the reporter do harass her now, because the absolute effect that that's had on her friends is devastating. One of her friends even mentioned about her moving in, and she was caring for her, in which, by the way, that was for 6 months. Bathing her, helping her get dressed, doing everything she could possibly do for her friend that she thought had cancer and was living out her final moments in her house, while simultaneously at the same time trying to do a full-time job in which she helps kids with special needs. Now, I know the friend even in fact went as far as to drive Jamie over 4,000 miles in a week to get cannabis to help Jamie, apparently, with her seizures. She stated as well that obviously having to spend this much time with someone has drastically affected her mental health. She couldn't even speak to her family as much as she would normally do. And Jamie took time away from everything that she wanted to do and made her life a living hell for 6 months. And that's not including the other 4.5 years that led up to that moment. So yeah, I find when I see people get confronted about that, I'm glad they do. And I know we watch a lot of videos in which those TikTok kids fake stuff on TikTok for attention and views. But, you know, I don't think it's necessarily a bad thing to react to those and talk about it, because you should absolutely get called out for that type of behavior. And who knows, maybe we could even stop one of those kids from turning into someone like this, where it does become very real and hurts a lot of people. That all being said, guys, I hope you did enjoy today's video. Find it very important to watch stuff like this. If you guys wouldn't mind leaving a like and a comment down below, as it helps the algorithm, and I really do appreciate it. And also hit the bell button. With that all being said though, I'll see you guys all in the next video. Bye bye.